But I love to hear the story about that, how you were trading differently then, and yeah, your overall experience with that competition.
Sure, that was 1987, and many people say that was, including me, that was the worst year of my life. I don't want to ever do that again.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the end of the year, the $10,000 was $1.1 million, real time, real trading. Okay, why don't I want to do that again? Because at one point, the account was over $2 million. The $10,000 had
Yeah.
gone to $2.2 million. And we had the crash of 1987. And I had an equity dip from 2.2 million to $750,000 when I
Wow.
was on a safari in Africa.
Wow.
I woke up in the morning at the Mount Kenya Safari Club, and it's like smoke going around the room. This rumor, the Dow Jones crashed. It's down 200 points. No, I heard 300 points. It's down 600 points. All the young executives were there. They got in their planes and left. I go, well, I got stops in, and I had very large positions, the bond market, and gapped up. I was short. It gapped up, and I got hurt real bad. I came back and traded at 750,000 by the end of October, then to $1.1 million at the end of December. But the takeaway is, yeah, why that happened, and why the results were so spectacular, is I risked about 30% of my equity on every single trade.
Wow.
So I had to be really correct, and I'm very focused. And I probably wasn't a very nice person that year. I didn't care about anything about
Yeah.
except the markets. I was just like, that's all that mattered to me. And there are better ways of living than that, I assure you. I found them. There are. But if you want that type of performance, take tremendous focus, tremendous discipline, and being fortunate, lucky, whatever on the markets. I don't think anybody will ever touch that again. My daughter came close in 10 years later,
Right.
1987. She turned $10,000 to $110,000. So I think that's kind of the upper limits of reality. She
Yeah.
risked 10% on every trade.
And yeah, were you involved with your daughter's? Did you basically mentor your daughter and teach her your basic methods, or did she kind of go out on her own and find her own love for the markets?
No, she has no love for the market. I was, uh, I homeschooled this daughter, and part of the homeschool thing was, well, you need how to fix a car and maybe learn how to trade the markets. And so we started doing a little bit, and she was trading, doing okay.
Hmm.
But she was in a television show called Dawson's Creek. It was filmed in Wilmington, North Carolina. And her wake up call might be 4 in the morning. It was crazy hours. So I said, look, Michelle, just tell the broker, Gene, to follow the system. An automatic bond trading strategy that we had subscribers to, and you tell them to trade one contract per every $10,000, and she did, and she just followed the strategy. That's all she did, and the results speak for itself. Interestingly enough, other people followed the same strategy and lost money
Huh.
because they would choose one trade. So, oh, this could be a good trade. And they'd bet five contracts and it would be a loser.